I haven't played Man United recently, and it's going to sound controversial. So it's arguably the worst Man United side I've ever played against in my 11, 12 years.
Why?
of playing in the Premier League.
What in particular was bad about them on that day?
I just thought they were really poor, really stale in terms of the way they approached the game. And I mean, Van Gaal's a great coach, but I don't really see. I mean, I feel a lot of sympathy, and it's not just because Phil's in the studio, but to the Moyes tenure, I think he was left with an unenviable task, as everybody's now realising. And I'd said at the time, following Alex Ferguson, which is as tough an act to follow as anybody in football, never mind modern day football. And then the issue lies in the fact of no disrespect to Darren, and this is going to be disrespectful because every time, as I say, you say no disrespect, you follow it with something disrespectful. But how much has that injury taken out of him? Because he was a top player. The real strength that lied in him was in his capability to get round the park and use his energy. Which he did in a lot of massive games for Man United. Very, very similar to what Ji-sung Park did in terms of physical output for Man United in big games. And that kind of injury, what impact is it going to have on him? Obviously, he's not played a lot of football for a long period of time. He's had a lot of issues with, I think it was a bowel, some kind of bowel issue, which obviously is not great for a footballer trying to, get energy into his system. Thankfully, it seems he's over that now. But you just get the feeling of very rarely the Man United players leave Man United with anything in the tank. Fizzard obviously goes on to do great things at Everton, and there is one or two exceptions to the rule. But I'm just thinking of players who've come to.
Do you not think it's the right decision for him to leave, though, Joey, at this time?
Well,
to play
for him
football?
to play football, yeah. But then I was just going to further it with, this is arguably Man United's issue is they need a top class centre midfielder. So a bang average midfielder for me is getting in Man United's midfield at the minute. A bang average Man United midfielder. I'm not talking about they obviously need to replace top draw, and that's why they've touted Strootman, who unfortunately has had a bit of a relapse of his knee injury again, which may put the scuppers on that deal. But you've got to look and say, why isn't he getting in the Man United midfield? Why did Scholes have to come out of retirement? I'm not having a go at him in any way because he's been a fantastic player, and as you say, great lad, and done lots of great things at the football club, and no doubt he's going to be a good influence in whoever's dressing room inherits him. But you do wonder what happened at West Ham. You do wonder whether something's popped up on the medical. I would always have a massive doubt in terms of the injury he's gone through, the type of player he was, the type of performance you're looking for him to do. It just seems to me a very, very strange deal, and West Brom take that chance off the back of what he produced for Man United. But hopefully I'm wrong. But can he produce that again with that injury?